Hey everyone, welcome back to another stock market open live stream. We've got some data coming out in just about a minute here. We have an economic calendar that is actually, I'm sorry, that data is not going to come out in a minute. It's going to come out in actually more like an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, that's lame. I thought the global S&P services and the composite index would actually come out at 5:30. Wrong. It doesn't come out in a minute. It comes out at 6:45 California time, followed by factory orders, ISMs, coming out at 7 a.m. So maybe we'll go for 10 or 15 minutes longer so we can hit all that data. Tomorrow we'll get ADP, we'll get JOLTS, and then of course on Friday we'll get the payrolls report. Now we do have Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow, which will come after the ADP report and the JOLTS report. That'll be interesting because I think he's going to have some insight, as he usually does, into what ended up happening with jobs. So think about it. If you get a JPOW that goes before Congress and he says, hey, I'm a little nervous. We've got to really balance in that dual mandate. We don't want to cause a joblessness recession. Well, then what you're going to have is a JPOW who is forecasting a weak jobs report. Remember the last inflation report? He had his FOMC meeting just before the last inflation report. And guess what ended up happening? We ended up in a situation where what? Oh, geez, no surprise. We had a hot beat. Mostly because, as well expected, Jerome Powell probably has insight into these data sets before he goes to make himself a fool somewhere. The last thing you want to be is J. Powell showing up at Congress being like, we're about to have a jobs recession. And then the jobs report 2 days later skyrockets. He's got to go in with the insider information, so to speak. So I'm really not going to be horribly surprised that we're going to get some leaked hints while he's in Congress for what this jobs report is going to look like. We did have Target earnings this morning. Target earnings coming in with an adjusted EPS of $2.98. The estimate was $2.40. That is a beat from Target. Good for them. That's somebody beating, unlike China, who's, oh yeah, we got a 5% growth target. Oh, okay. I don't buy it at all, but yeah, whatever, China. Okay, so 298 versus 240 for the expectation for adjusted EPS. We actually had sales. So this would be Q4 sales. I'm going to write this down. Q4 sales. You've got at 31.47 billion, and the expectation on those sales numbers, 31.47 is what we got. The expectation was $31.35 billion. Now, sales year over year are negative 4.4%. That's a little better than the expectation. The Q1 forecast does come in weaker than expected, though. I've got a 190 midpoint. So Q1, this is Q1 adjusted. Oh, sorry, that's not sales. That's the adjusted EPS. Adjusted EPS coming in at $1.90 versus the 207 expected. So a little bit of a miss on Q1 forecast, and as well as Q1 comp sales expected to be negative 4% versus the negative 3.36 expected. So, like a beat in the Q4, a miss on the Q1 there. The stock itself here in pre-market is up about 8.6% though, possibly as some folks are thinking maybe Target is hitting a bottom. So good for Target. They can have a partay. So, okay, we've got, oh, how interesting. Tesla's down another 3.2% in the pre-market. I'm actually not entirely sure why the stock is down another 3% in the pre-market. Let's see here. Oh, there was this emailed statement. Oh, okay. Tesla says its German power plant has stopped output due to a power failure. Tesla cites arson attack in the region for a public power failure. Tesla can't say when a German power plant or a German plant production can resume. Boy, they're just getting destroyed from all angles. Now, in Germany, you do also have this sort of like, and it blows my mind, but you have this like anti-Tesla movement, and it's quite shocking because it's like, Tesla's like a green company. It's a green energy company. It's a green vehicle company. It's quite wild. Yeah, we did talk China, but that was yesterday's news. See, China was yesterday's 7% drop. Today, we now have Tesla Berlin sending factory workers home after arson at a high voltage pylon caused power failures. And we've got, let's see, police are suspecting arson, burnt electrical pylon on March 5th. These are like the giant, 150,000 volt towers. Oh yeah, a group calling itself the Volcano Group claimed responsibility. Okay, I want to look them up. But that's their point. The idea is that they want to try to get attention, right? Saying, we sabotaged Tesla today. Okay. So, let me see if I can look this up. Oh, there's a giant page here. We sabotaged Tesla today because Tesla eats up Earth, resources, people, and labor, and spits out 6,000 SUVs, killing machines, and monster trucks per week. Our gift for March 8th is to shut down Tesla. Wow. Because the complete destruction of the Gigafactory, and with it, the sawing off techno-fascists like Elon Musk, I think that might be a translation typer there, are a step on the path to liberation from the patriarchy. What? Okay. Okay. So this is now a patriarchal attack. Okay. So that's very interesting. I'm going to link this page on ehack.com, so if anybody wants to see it, you'll be able to see it. Okay, I've posted it on ehack.com now. Gigafactory has become known for its extreme conditions of exploitation. It contaminates groundwater and uses huge amounts of scarce drinking water for its products. Boy, yeah, this goes back. His propaganda platform acts as the means to an end. Oh my gosh, this is intense. This just goes on and on and on. So, I don't think it's necessary to read the whole thing here, but I'm going to read a little bit more. We're just kind of going to skim some parts here. So, let's see here. This is... Okay. Tesla contaminates groundwater. What else here? These are some of the allegations. Numbers are embellished, laws are banned, people are deceived. Large part of the Grünheide population rejects the Gigafactory because of gentrification. Gentrification, that would be, housing developments and such. Let's see here. Okay, they argue it supports forced labor in China is the next thing that they argue. Okay. Ministry, okay, basically saying the politicians are in bed with Tesla. That's the next argument they make. They call this the symbol of green capitalism. Green capitalism, okay. Lithium batteries are toxic. Interesting. Lithium batteries are toxic. These are all the more allegations. I'm going to say this. More allegations in the letter. Let's see. Okay, what else here? Just as the earth is used and violated every day, Tesla does the same with people. Okay, wow, they're very upset about Tesla. Violates people's rights. How did Elon become such a villain? Tesla's militarizing the streets. His moving tanks are weapons of war. The street is the battlefield. Except it's 956 horsepower instead of a 9mm bullet. Anybody who buys an SUV from Tesla is supporting the imperial way of life. Jeez, Lord. Armies use Tesla Starlink in their wars. Okay. If you buy a Tesla, you support Elon's weapon of war and imperial way of life. 856 HP versus 9mm bullet. This is wild. Okay. Russia's army accesses Starlink terminals from third world countries to carry out attacks. I don't think Elon's ever, intentionally supported that Starlink satellites should be used by Russia. Starlink, but we'll write it down. Is used by Russia via third-party countries for attacks. Let's talk about the man who will turn to dust, even if he would rather be immortal, Elon Musk. For men like him, the swear word that could accurately describe their arrogance, contempt for humanity, and antisocial greed for power and recognition has not yet been invented. Wow. They're saying there's no word, basically, to describe him. His propaganda on X is the means to an end. Here on X, he gathers supporters for an imperial way of life. Anti-Semites, anti-feminists, authoritarianists, chauvinists, fascists, and hatred for foreigners. X supports hatred for foreigners, fascists, authoritarians, etc. This is kind of their argument here. Boy, I have not seen this much heated hate here. Neoliberal agenda. Let's see. No shyness in this regard. Trail of blood behind him. This goes on forever. He's an admirer of the Nazis with their Volkswagen. Assembly line work. Positions of patriarchal visionaries. This just, I can't keep going through all of this. This just keeps going. This is crazy. Our goal with the sabotage is to cause the largest blackout of the Gigafactory. Our goal is the largest possible blackout of the Gigafactory. Okay. We've ruled out endangering lives. The shutdown of the automotive industry is the beginning to the end of the world of disruption. The bonfire is the liberation that was aimed at powering Tesla. Yeah, okay. I said it was a 150,000 volt tower. It was actually, we went ahead and hit the overhead line of a high voltage pylon in the connection to the underground cables at waterproof cable sleeves and short-circuited the 6 110,000 volt cables in it. To do this, we opened the shaft to the cable sleeves, which was half underwater. With water, somehow they ended up damaging the cables, and this will be time-consuming and expensive to repair. At the same time, we started the fire with a lot of car tires to weaken the steel structure and cause it to become unstable. Wow. Okay, so cut 6 110 kV cables and purposefully burned the steel structure to delay repair efforts. Jeez. Steel masts melt around 1300 to 1500 degrees. Since we're working with heat generation of around 900 degrees, I think these are Celsius, it was a matter of changing the mechanical properties of the mast. As the steel structure under load, rapid fire from 500 degrees upward can cause a loss of strength, leading to bending and buckling. That was our intention. Wow. Love and strengths to all Antifs. Shut down the Tesla. Wow. Okay. All right. There you go. That is very interesting. This is a lot of anger there. Whew, boy. All right. So, where were we? That was wild. Somebody says they're, what is this? Linemen? I mean, I'm sure they'll have some kind of temporary solution to that. I'm a lineman. I work in a substation. How the hell would you cut 110 kV cables without blowing yourself up? We don't work transmission voltage live unless you're doing it with, yeah. Yeah, so let me see that, because I didn't really understand. I think the translation was poor, how they pulled that off. I can tell you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm going to put their chat here into ChatGPT. Would you mind helping me understand how they possibly cut 110 kV lines? This is in German. Answer in English. Let's see what they say. Someone here says, I'm a lineman as well. Nice. Okay, the text you've described provides a deliberate act of sabotage aimed at causing a major blackout at the Gigafactory, targeting its power lines. The saboteurs set their sights on causing the greatest possible disruption without endangering lives, including their own. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay, I want to see what they say here. Yeah, rip Google search, exactly. To achieve this, they targeted overhead power lines connected to underground cables at a point where these cables were joined by waterproof cable joints, known as splices or muffles. Their intention was to short 110 kV cables with these joints. They accessed the shafts leading to the cable joints, which were partly submerged in water, and proceeded to set fire to the exposed high voltage cable. Despite the presence of water, they hoped to create a short circuit by combining fire and water, which could potentially potentially damage the cable joints. Damage to these joints is noted to be both costly and time-consuming. Okay. So the cables weren't cut; they were set to fire and then doused with water to create some sludge and short. I'm guessing that's what I'm writing. Yes, based on the description, the saboteurs did not physically cut the cables. Instead, they attempted to cause damage and create a short circuit. Yeah, no, how do you get the water on there without, like, blowing yourself up? Okay, so I wonder if we can get, like, a picture of that. 110 kV sleeve joint. Let's see. Images. Okay. So, ground. All right. I'm assuming, like, trying to see cable terminations, sealing ends. Let's see. So there are a bunch of these composite sleeve images here. So a lot of these are designs, though. Here's what looks like, maybe what a sleeve looks like in real life. High voltage lead sleeve. It would have had to have been something like this. My guess is probably more in this sort of direction. That's only underground splice. Yeah, they mentioned this was half underground. Oh, interesting. All right. Fascinating. All right. Translate this. Signature. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Watching your course live stream for a finance project. Courses are paying for themselves. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, the course member live streams are really fun. Really enjoy those. Love and strength to all Antifas. Yeah. Call themselves damaged. Okay. Okie dokie then. Well, so that's a little bit of news there on Tesla out of nowhere. So we went from Target to Tesla. Do we need to do a quick summary of all that on Tesla? I could probably do like a 3-minute summary if somebody really wanted it. In the meantime, Sofi is offering convertibles. Looks like they are offering $750 million round. People are like, no thanks. Alright. So $750 million round for Sofi. So, okay, let's go look at that. Sofi's down 8.9% on this. Okay. Interesting. Down 8.9% on a convertible, a $750 million convertible offering. The market cap of this particular company here is 7.75. So that's about 10% of their market cap, which is 7.75 bill. Okay, interesting. Johnny Blaze says it's very obvious why Elon became such a villain. Is it because of Twitter? I mean that's mostly all I can really imagine. I mean, you know, it would seem like you could strike the capitalists over at Mercedes and you know, BMW and have more of an environmental impact. But this whack against Tesla is pretty remarkable. But yeah, then again, you know, it's I suppose the world we're in. All right, so 5-year break even, coming down a smidge, but still a little up. Let's see here. Well, that'd be interesting if this group shorted Tesla before doing this. Bubbly parts of the market might still get bubblier. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. It's kind of in a little bit of an interesting world. Okay, let's see here. Numbers go up. PE multiples are the biggest driver of S&P returns currently. Oh, it's a different story. Oh yeah, this time is different, right? Right. Almost all sectors. What is this? More overvaluation could be seen in the equity risk premium before we get near Dotcom levels. Oh, okay, this is basically a way of saying, don't worry, things can keep going. It will not end. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. Very well. Let's continue. Oh, yeah. The coin movements have also been insane. So Bitcoin is knocking on the door of its 69,000 resistance. Look at that, folks. Like, you just can't make these charts up. Like, it perfectly bounced off of 69,000. Perfectly. Hey, Kevin, in your video yesterday, you said that the Q1 delivery impact could impact Tesla for the next 4 years. Well, so the way you look at it is the 4-year average growth rate, right? So if growth for this year continues like Q1 and you have flat growth or negative growth, then your 4-year average growth rate plummets, which makes your PEG ratio look higher. So it's the 4 years going forward. Yeah. So, but yeah, you know, of course, a bounce here at 69,000 is exactly what we expected. It's what we've been calling for and talking about for a while here. I don't think anybody expected Shiba Inu's 300% rise. That came out of nowhere. The sucker's up 62% in the last 24 hours, 303% in the last 7 days. Dogecoin up 16% in the last 24 hours, 93% in the last week. Cardano's up 24% this week. Solano's up 20%. Ethereum's up 15%. Bitcoin's up 18%. Everything is up except Tesla. Okay. Oh, it's Super Tuesday, by the way. Happy Super Tuesday. Should I go live for the entertainment that will be tonight? Super Tuesday results? I might do that on the main channel. I don't know if people really care about it, so it'd be kind of interesting to see what people think. What are you thinking about? I don't know. Anyway, so all right, let's listen in here for a moment.
For Spirit Airlines, whether they'll be able to actually effectively compete at this point. What happens if some of these smaller players shut down because they can't compete?
Yeah, there is a failing company defense. I think that was kind of a situation. If Spirit just expanded their routes post this closure, they just added 2 more routes. They're slightly profitable, not hugely profitable.
No, they're not.
I don't know. I think they're always going about how we're never going to survive.
I don't think they're profitable at all. What's this guy smoking? I'm going to look right now. Spirit Airlines Investor Relations. I think he's wrong. Last time I looked, they were losing money. Maybe they just got to buy a payout from, what's it called? Like the way it might work is if you got a payout from JetBlue, maybe you could argue that you were profitable. But let's see. They have a February 9th here. I'm going to look at it. If they are, we're going to adjust for JetBlue. But I don't recall this at all, so we're going to fact check this. Let's see if Spirit Airlines has El Profit. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Let's see. JetBlue, merger consideration. We got some money, 2022, that's fine. Okay. What is this? Upon the termination of the merger agreement, JetBlue will be required to pay $70 million. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Let's just get into the actual financials. Oh, this is the year over year, so I think their last quarter was negative. But I'm going to look at it. Come on. All right, operating, no, net loss. What are you smoking? It says here, net income, negative $447 million. How are they slightly profitable? What are you smoking? Their operating revenues were $5.36 billion. They spent 5.8. I like, how do you go on CNBC and say a company is profitable when they've literally lost money every single year for the last 3 years in a row? They lost money in 2023, they lost money in 2022, they lost money in 2021. Did he talk about JetBlue? Was he talking about a different company? Was he talking about a specific route for being profitable? Yeah, I don't know, but I don't see how you are remotely calling this profitable because it ain't even close. That's why I cut away from it. I'm like, screw this guy. Don't come on here and lie with your garbage. So that's entertaining. But yeah, that's the beautiful thing about financial statements in this country. Just do a quick little googly doodly. Has anybody noticed their Google usage actually going down because of things like GPT? That'd be very interesting. You know, maybe we should run a poll on that. I kind of think that would be a curious poll to run. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe people are like, nah, man, I don't use that crap. I don't know. Let's run a poll. So we're going to call it... Let's see here. Run poll. Start poll. Has your Google usage changed after the release of AI like GPT? Yes. Usage down. Usage up. No change. All right, there you go. I have posted the poll. Give me some votes there if you don't mind, so we could get some form of consensus. All right. So what else? Interesting. Yeah, pretty much almost, well, I don't want to give away the poll yet. It's very interesting, though, and I'll reveal what it is in a moment after we give you all the little chance to do some votey doodling here. All right, next. So, okay, so we've seen that crypto is just absolutely mooned here. You know, we've got the Sheep rally came out of nowhere. I think that was really going on yesterday morning. You've got the only thing, I mean, DAI coins down. You've got immutables down 6% on the week. So some of them have definitely missed out on some of the pleasures. But then again, I mean, if you had like a Tesla coin, it too would be down. So kind of, you know, I guess that's just the way it's going to be. Some things go up, some things go down. Theta Networks is up 48%. Pepe is up 243. Holy smokas, it's back. The rallies are so back. Okay, so here we go. All right, with about 600 votes in, it's pretty good for such an early morning. Only 5% of y'all have argued that your usage has gone up. I'm ending the poll. And 67% of you say no change. 27% of you say usage down. Interesting. So, all right. All right, let's go hit over here for a moment.
For 5 days now, losses.
Oh, yeah, the Apple sales plunge. They're down like 26% in China.
You have to take.
Everything's down in China for phone sales except for Huawei, which is up like 60% year over year. I posted about that on eHack this morning.
They're all trading down. There's just a lot of things wrong with China. We're going to get into that. I told club members yesterday, look, you could go to 160 without really a problem. I mean, what are you going to do? You have one of the greatest performers of all time that you're caught in mid-cycle. David, you know, we don't know if they're going to have this Samsung-like AI in the next edition, the 16. It's just like one of those things where you just let it rain. I think that there have been periods where you have to suffer through lulls, and this is a lull. Now, lull for other companies are disastrous because it usually means that there's no lull, it's just the end. I think saying that somebody has, you know, a couple billion users, that they're a lull, it's for real. You have to wait it out.
Right.
But you're going to have to take pain. This is a Mr. T situation.
Okay. Forecast calls for pain?
Pain, yeah.
Yeah. China still represents roughly 20%
What? China,
of overall iPhone demand.
Maybe
it's a very
China-
important market for China. And
Yeah,
let's not
Apple.
forget as well, they still manufacture most iPhones in that country.
By China, for China.
As well. You know, I'm looking at Dan Ives here, of course, because
Let's see what else is moving in the pre-market. All right. So we've got Sofi down 7%, C3 AI down 3%, Super Microcomputers down 3%. Big deal. It's skyrocketed. Tesla's down 2.9%. Certainly doesn't help that Giga Berlin's shut down. You've got... I wonder if Elon said anything about it. Let's take a peek here. Elon Musk. Nope. He was tweeting as of 2 hours ago, which would be like 6 a.m. Texas time. There's no way he's still awake. Oh yeah, that was 3:28 a.m. California time, so that'd be 5:28 Texas time. I wonder what sleep schedule he's on. I don't know. Maybe he's waking up at 5 a.m. in Texas. Why, for some reason, I doubt that. I don't know. Okay. Huh. Yeah, but nothing on this, so I guess he hadn't heard the news, because I'm sure he'd be tweeting about it right away. All right, Costco up at 769. Of course it is. That's after Target earnings. Where is TGT in here? TGT. There we go. Look at that. 9.5%. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. So, look at that run from Target. You're now at 164. Puts you up here. Big fat candlestick for Target. That'll bring you... Actually, you've got a resistance at about 175. Oh, that's a pretty clear one right here. You can see that one from like a mile away. Look at that. Oh! Why would you do that? Somewhere right around there. Nice. And then I wonder... No, that's not going to be as good. I was thinking... No, because you're about to jump up to about 169. We'll see what happens. Good job, Target. All right. So, yeah, Elon prefers to call it posting over tweeting. I don't know. I think he got rid of the coolest word for posting and turned it into something generic. You know, but then of course the people who love Elon, they're like, oh, but you know, that was associated with censorship. You're a censorship supporter. Oh my god. So Americans now pay as much interest on other debt as they do for mortgage debt. Oh, are you serious? Non-mortgage debt. Yeah. Highest level on record, even after adjusting for inflation. Oh. I wonder if I can get a chart of just non-mortgage debt interest payments. Just personal interest payments, but wouldn't that include... Let me see. Personal interest payments... Doesn't really tell you. Personal interest payments. That seems to align, though. Did you know, by the way? This is just the chart that I was looking at here. Wow. Yeah, this seems to be about right. So personal interest payments, I'm pretty sure these are non-mortgage. Well, given that. Let's seasonally adjust. Let's see here. Annual rate of 573.4. Yeah, these are non-mortgage. Okay, good. All right, we can confirm. Whoa. And these are interest payments. Okay, crazy. Okay, wow. Credit card interest rates mostly to blame here. Credit card and auto loans are higher than COVID delinquency levels from pre-COVID rather. Yes, don't worry. The bubble can keep going.
I mean, because I really pushed him hard on this, because I didn't want to discover that, you know, that there were so many, all these little outfits that trade in the morning that we see that they're all buying, or that your friend Michael Saylor. What a gratuitous reference to your friend, because you don't even know him from
No,
Adam.
I've never even met Michael Saylor in person.
I thought we should have one thing. Remember yesterday you said no stream of consciousness?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I just did one zinger stream of consciousness. Now I'm
I
done.
mean, you're actually aware when you do stream of consciousness?
Completely.
So you could actually stop
Do you know, I have a
doing it?
stream on my property, and I call it the consciousness stream. That's where I do my stream of consciousness.
So you're like Bostic. You deliver, then you wait, right,
Yes.
for the market to digest.
Although my daughter said I was like Sylvia Plath, which does not have a good ending.
I don't think that's
It didn't end well.
But really
By the way,
smart.
Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, I wouldn't question that guy.
Thank
He's
you.
gotten it right.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
say
who
what
are
you
we?
want.
Who
MSTR,
are we?
MicroStrategy stock up obviously sharply because it is essentially a
Yeah.
proxy for Bitcoin. Hello. And he's, what, selling another 600 million worth of...
It's getting
worth
convert
of
to buy
convert
more.
to buy more
Yeah, always
Bitcoin.
good to tell ahead of time that you're buying the biggest order so you get a nice price.
Hey, guy's been right.
Yeah, it's better to be lucky than good, my friend.
From China and Bitcoin to Target this morning. Shares are up in the pre-market after this holiday quarter revenue and earnings beat estimates. The company did warn it expects another year, though, of weaker sales. Brian Cornell was on Squawk today breaking down the quarter, giving his take on the consumer.
We've seen a very resilient U.S. consumer. Despite inflationary headwinds, rising interest rates, the uncertainty of the market overall, the consumer continues to shop.
First full year revenue decline in 7 years, but
Right.
Street's obviously pinned on what he's going to say later today.
You know, I think that's great that you mentioned that because when I spoke to him yesterday, one of the things that's really clear is that this was a quarter that was made on light inventory. They really got the inventories down. And that, therefore, there was no discounting. They can bring in the new stuff. They have 11 brands that are over $1 billion that are house brands that are doing well. The Starbucks is still good. That's that initiative that they have. CVS is holding up okay.
You mean all these
but
things were in store?
The Ulta is by far the best. Remember, Ulta, by the way, good beat through to ELF. So I felt that shrinkage is down, a combination of state, local, and federal enforcement, and closing stores that are weak. But this is really a story of the consumer never quit with them. Now, interestingly enough, do you know that they're trying to get to pivot to all same day e-com and pick up on curb e-com, but their e-com number was down. And I don't think people are even talking about that, which surprised me.
Yeah.
Ulta. I want to look at Ulta. Let's take a peek here. We look at Spirit. We saw they were losing money. Ulta, on the other hand, they're still in their little trading trend here. Let's see here. Did I put that there? I don't think I put that there. I think that just fell in here because I had the mouse on it. Anyway, wow. Ulta. Let's see if they just had any kind of news or what the scoop is here. As well as... Yeah, and no update, by the way, on the Tesla fire issue. But anyway, Ulta... No particular update. There is one here about new milestone for shares. Ulta sales could reach $12 billion as early as 2024 on resilient demand, expanding its store footprint. 8 to 9% increase from 2023. Still growing. Alexander the Great here says, Buffett selling Apple this quarter, buying BlackRock or KKR. What, real estate? You think so? Or what? KKR. I guess I don't know. KKR was dumping some of their real estate. Don't you think Elon has somebody that is paid by Elon who posts comments on X for him? He is just too busy to spend his time on X. I really hate to say this, but I think you have it backwards. I think Elon pays other people to do all the stuff that he should be doing and then spends all his time on X. Sorry to burst the bubble. I think Elon's on X much more than he would like to reveal. Oops. Yeah. Musk's reply to Berlin News. They're either the dumbest eco-terrorists on Earth or they're puppets of those who don't have good environmental goals. Yeah. Probably right. Did he just reply? Let's see. Oh. I haven't seen him yet. Well, maybe I don't know. I would have expected he would have posted it. Oh, maybe it was under replies. An hour ago. Oh. Yeah, he has replies. Elon's still tweeting, I'm ready to fight Zuck anywhere, anytime with any rules. Yeah, here it is. You're right, an hour ago. These are either the dumbest eco-terrorists on Earth or they are puppets of those who don't have good environmental goals. Stopping production of electric vehicles rather than fossil fuel vehicles. ist extrem dumm. Is extremely dumb. Well, that was kind of the comment I was making too. I'm like, really? Like, you could have done that to, you know, Mercedes or whatever. Oh well. Oh well. It doesn't get as much attention as pooping on Elon. It appears, if I were to make a guess, that there are people out there who don't really like Elon. Just a guess. Alright, let's see here. Apple's growth too small. Elon just needs to come up with new ideas to implement. That's the problem with Elon? Yeah. Well, yeah. It seems like most people agree there. Do you know much about mining companies? No, I don't, Andy. I reactivated my Instagram and my life has never been this distracted. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I told myself I'm only allowed to look at social on my computer, and it's been really enjoyable. Now I still have like news on my phone, so but like there's no YouTube Shorts, no Instagram Reels, no DMs, no Twitter, no TikTok, because I got too much crap going on. I don't have time at all. Like every minute, it's just like back to back to back to back, which is fine. I don't mind. But like I need to get the time from somewhere. And surprisingly, like making my phone boring has been wonderful. In fact, there's this feature. It's not the best. Their algo just isn't good yet. But if I tap the back of my phone, like there it worked. If I tap the back of my phone 3 times, it makes it go grayscale. There we go. It goes grayscale, and then it's a lot more boring. Like and then I could tap it 3 more times and it'll go back. But this is it's grayscale. You know, I'm probably just gonna leave it like this for now. I mean, again, they have this. In case you haven't heard, they have a feature on the phone where if you tap the back, it can do things. The problem is, its fail rate is pretty high, so it's a little annoying. But yeah, that way I don't have to go into settings to do the invert. I just look like a moron tapping the back of my phone. Oops. Anyway, grayscale zaps your battery life. How is that? How does that make sense? Like, I feel like it should be the other way around. Grayscale battery life iPhone. How to grayscale your phone to save even more battery. I don't know. People are, I guess there are like debates about this. So I honestly, I don't really care about battery life because I've just also decided that I don't leave the house without backup batteries, and then I never have a problem. Like at every desk, I have the little stands. These stands are great, by the way. You should have them if you don't have them. Here, I'll show you one. This is the one I have here. It has my watch on it, and these are like 20 or 30 bucks. They're the best thing ever. Because then you have you could do the little horizontal display if you want for the phone, which is cool. And then obviously, you should have backup batteries. Like if you don't yet, you should get them. I'll show you these. These are kind of cool. But I generally don't go anywhere without, some kind of obviously just dumb power break. But this is kind of cool. I mean, look at this. These are like, I don't know, some little cheap piece of plastic thingy. This little bricky thing. But if you look closely, once it focuses here, there you go. It's got the micro, USB-C, and the lightning in there, and then that's where you plug it in. So right here, that thingy as your USB. Oh, look at that. It's not the best quality, but it works. So you just plug it in and plug it in. Put that away later. They're super cheap too. Anywho, Yeah, and you just don't run out of battery. Then you have to worry about that crap. All right, so where were we? All right, let's see what the suits are up to. By the way, are you coming to the event in Vegas? Make sure you go to the event in Vegas. We're about to make our first speaker. Well, after Rush Gerber, our first big speaker announcement. It's gonna be somebody in the real estate space. And when we make the announcement, the price of the tickets is going up. So if you haven't yet, go to meetkevin.com. We're doing a big event in Vegas, June 21, 22, 23. It's a big deal. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be sick. Hope to see you there. All right. My goal is to have like the greatest, like it's not a money thing. It's like let's make the best event we possibly can for the year for folks and fans and supporters. I think it'd be really cool. Finance, real estate, innovation. Okay. Consumer comeback gets boost from strong Target results. Yeah. Pre-market surge at Target up 9%. Could you imagine a day where Tesla's up 9%? I can't. It's bad. That's when you know sentiment is like the lowest possible at Tesla. Pretty low right now. Pretty dang low. The centis. What I need is ARM to go down so my short can print. It's down 2% in pre-market. You know, it wouldn't be surprising to get like a little correction doodla here one of these days. I mean, things have been a little frothy. Maybe, just maybe we could get a real buy the dip opportunity and we could actually see the indices come down. Everything. The problem is some folks are saying like, oh, well, if everything comes down, like, you know, the Qs come down and we have a relaxation in chips or whatever, are people going to reallocate to the interest rate sensitives? I'm like, I don't know. That's wishful thinking. Or it just all goes down together. Okay. What else? How about... Let's see here. Let's take a listen in here for a moment.
Google's conference call.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
Well, you could actually
Different
ask
fig tree.
You
It's
could ask
figs.
ChatGPT to rewrite the
What is this
conference call
nonsense?
in the voice of Sylvia.
I'm using
Plath.
that because it's the most absurdest thing I could think of about their conference call, which, by the way, is impenetrable and collegial and reads like very much like my Summit Elks bulletin that I get about the people who are going to be admitted. And whether if you don't want them, speak now, forever hold your peace. What's your elk say?
I'm forever holding my peace because we have a break.
We'll get Kramer's Mad Dash countdown to the opening bell. We're in about 8 minutes.
Boring. All right. What else? So, let's see here. Oh, they do have a picture of that high voltage tower from Tesla, by the way. Let's see here if I can get some more info on it yet. No, blah, blah, blah. This just talks a little. This sort of, the New York Times is sort of echoing some of the frustration of people in the town. But let me see if I can get this picture up on eHack. I think it'd be kind of cool. It's, doesn't actually look like that big of a deal. Like on their website, they sort of implied like the whole thing like tipped over with this little screen grab they had. It doesn't look that way at all, but you know, what do you expect? Propaganda at its finest. Yes, we have made the whole tower collapse. No, you've slightly charred the bottom of it. Differences. All right, let's see here. Show it to y'all really quick. Heck. Here it is. All right, what else? Yeah. Somebody says, I hate my 2023 Model X. Really? The Model X is a great car. I'm surprised. How come you can't buy 2 tickets? You should be able to. Oh, does it make you kind of do it one at a time? Oh, that'd be annoying. Yeah, you should be able to do 2. But I'll have to look at that. Grayscale is 1 channel. RGB3 is 3 times the pixels. Sounds like Grayscale is going to save me some battery. Somebody here says, Tesla is so effed and it's hard for us to sell because we're emotionally attached to it. Huh. Interesting. Probably not wrong. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, a lot of Tesla investors really, and myself included, so you sort of, like, associate yourself with a brand and, like, an identity or whatever, right? Let's see here. I love these guesses. I think Elon will ship a bunch of solar panels and gigapacks out to the site, and they won't have to worry about electricity for the factory. Not a chance. No way, man. They gotta, like, think about the amount of power usage they have out there. I mean, let's see. Let's gigafactory power usage. Okay, so they use. Well, okay, here. Who's this? Oracle.net. We estimate Tesla Gigafactory 1 uses 1,700 gigawatt hours. Okay, 1,700 gigawatt hours. So now, because well, let me figure that. 1 gigawatt to watt. Gigawatt would be not thousands but millions, right? To the power of 9. Oh, that's billion. Billion? No. Are you serious? Yeah, that's 1 billion. Okay, so they use 1,700 gigawatt hours. So 1,700 billion. No, there's no way. I mean, these numbers are too big for me. But 1,700 gigawatt hours to 300 watt solar panel. Okay, so like a solar panel is usually 300 watts. So I'm going to let them do that. To understand how many 300 watt solar panels would be needed to generate... Oh, but wait, that's 17... Hold on, I have to revise that because that's per year, right? 1,700 gigawatts per year to 300... Yeah, there we go. I'm going to add that 2-year part since the solar panels, you know, they're going to be efficient maybe 4 hours on average a day. Okay. So, oh, that's so funny. Even GPT agrees with me. Assuming an average of 4 peak sunlight hours per day, you're going to get 1.2 kilowatts a day out of each solar panel. Total panels needed for 1,700 gigawatts per year. To generate 1,700 gigawatts of electricity per year, you would need approximately 4 million 300-watt solar panels. Okay. How much space would I need for 4 million 300-watt solar panels? Assuming, let's Google. Oh my God, I said Google. 300-watt solar panel. Let's use the German one. What's the German solar panel supply company? German panels. What are they called? Oh my gosh, if I saw the name, I'd think of it. Whatever, I can't think of it. Literally what comes up is Alibaba.com, German solar panels. That's actually pretty funny. Dimensions. Let's go with... Okay, here we go. 85 by 60 by 10. No, that's for a portable one. Screw it. I'll just let GPT decide. Nobody knows the German solar panel company? Unbelievable. Okay. Assuming one solar panel is 1.6 square meters, you would need 1.6 square meters times 4 million. So that'd be like, yeah, 6.4 million square meters, which would be 6.4 million kilometers squared. Okay. That would be About 1,600 acres. Covered in solar panels. Oh, that'd be crazy. I still can't believe nobody has figured out who that German solar panel company is. List German solar panel companies. I'll tell you right away when I see the name. Come on. Somebody. Nobody has it. Okay, I'm asking GPT. Who's going to win? And then we got the bell in 40 seconds. Oh, nobody knows. Not the one. Q-Cells. Oh, but they've been bought by the South Koreans. No. I did not know that. Well, never mind.
Around AI chips, the data center, and everybody sort of feeding into that.
Look, I think that we need to know the ARM lockup expiration. That would be very important. But I do want to point out that GitLab was a sainted company until last night.
Let's get the opening bell here and the CNBC Real-Time Exchange with the big board health insurance company Oscar. And at the NASDAQ, its first trust celebrating the 10th anniversary of its Dorsey Right Focus 5 ETF. Jim, is where, well,
I think that we have to stay focused on New York Community Bank. Yes, at almost 25%. It's trying to make a stand. I think the stand is not going to be able to be contained. I hope that the Fed is doing one of those hope for the best, but be ready for the worst situations and have someone...
Yeah. Keep your hopium up there about J-Pal. I don't think he's going to be nice to us here this week. Anyway, you've got Target Partey up 11%. And you got that green candlestick right there at the open. SoFi, green candlesticking. It's trying to offset that giant $750 million convertible offering. Amazon, red, 50 basis points. Nvidia, trying to go red. Tesla
lost the lead.
Oh, right when we look at it, just giant red candlestick. Ooh, 3.2%. Nothing screams eviscerate money more than Tesla stock. Super Microcomputer, also down 3%, so at least Tesla has a buddy. The difference is Tesla, don't compare to that. Oh, the green candle's coming. No, don't look. The red it's only a red candlestick going away. It's not a green candle coming. All right, Uber's down 1.5. Got a red candle coming over here. Coins trending down. Home Depot's trending down. Solar Edge down. Zscaler. What's green? Is anything green today? Let's see. I'll tell you what's not green today. Giga Berlin. Oh, too soon. Okay, Target. DWAC on Super Tuesday. New York Community Bank now at $2.70. Gosh, how are they still alive? Costco, of course it is. And then if we flip to the other side, NEO down 9% on NEO. Oh, the volatility is crazy. SoFi Technologies, 7.5 to the downside. Supermicro now down 4.9, 5% to the downside. ARM Holdings down 3.5, right there with Tesla, which is going to close worse today. Dun, dun, dun. Somebody says crypto's green and Palantir's green. Is that true? Let's take a look at Palantir. Palantir, it is up 1.2%. And BTC USD. Dave is up 25%. Who's Dave? Dave Inc. I don't even know what that is. Dave Inc. Security description. Dave operates as a digital banking services company. The company develops banking application to build products that level the financial playing field. West Hollywood, California. 320 employees. What's the market cap of this sucker? It's gotta be tiny. Dave stock. It is a $331 million company. So it's teeny. Hey, but it's worth about $1 million per employee. That's funny. Kevin, is it worth to be in Tesla only for the robots? Oh, no. Well, let's answer the question. I will answer the question for you. Here's how we're going to figure it out. First, we're going to go to ehack.com. Then, when you're at ehack.com, which is free forever, you're going to zoom in to the very first thing that's posted. Oh my gosh, robots. And you're going to learn about Amazon's Digit. Okay? Now, you can also click on the article so you can see it directly. Assuming you're signed in. Son of a gun. Anyway, I want to show you the darn thing once I log in. And basically, Amazon's working with a startup. Oh my god, they're making me do a CAPTCHA crap. Identify the fire hydrants. This is so dumb. Why do we still do this? Anyway, so Amazon's working on this robot with this company called Agility Robotics. And Agility Robotics wants to make about 10,000 per year. This is really just a trial robot. And the sucker's way slower than humans right now. And when it charges, it actually kind of looks lame because it lies down in like the fetal position to charge. And I'm like, no, we're not close yet. Now, I will say, a robot will be these suckers will be the future. There's no doubt in my mind. Humanoid robotics are the future. There's no doubt in my mind. The question is, how far out is that? Well, looking at this, far. Like, at least 4 to 7 years. And the stock market prices in the next 18 months. Maybe the next 12 months. So, yeah. Somebody says they need charging pods. No, you know what they need is they need like a butt charger, and then these things go sit down on the chair, like they sit on a stick. Okay, that's bad. Never mind. Never mind. Go look at Jim Cramer instead.
And a reinvention of the media business model?
Okay, great question. And I think the answer to that is obviously not. But at the same time, and I know that Bob Iger is going to hate everything I've said, which is fine because it's not about friends, it's about money. But the Fox acquisition has to be up there with some of the acquisitions that David talks about of things that were ill.
The Fox.
That, you know,
There is a page devoted to the Fox team.
Yes. Now, what's also interesting, by the way, is let's say you text him with some of the people who run these leagues about this kind of shotgun plan that they were doing.
You're talking about the new joint venture?
The new joint venture.
For combining
the SSP.
Warner Brothers, Fox,
yes.
and Disney. You know, maybe they...
All right, they're so boring. All right, let's have some fun over here. Look at that. Dave.
Gain
Boom.
the lead.
Yes. By Dave. Not financial advice. I don't know anything about Dave. I don't even know what it is, frankly. Target up 12%.
Gain the lead.
Palantir still up. BTC, perfect rejection at my line. Nvidia, can't keep it up. Tesla, it'd be redundant to press it.
Just close the fucking door.
Oh, no, not that one.
Go yourself.
That's all right.
Is that clear?
That's the leader of the free world. Oh. Okay, then we've got New York Community Banks actually rally. This is a funny one, like for people who trade it. The problem is sometimes in after hours, this thing just tanks like 20%, and it's hard to watch. The Qs are down 1%, ARM's down, yes, 3%. That thing is such a bubble. C3 AI is down, scam. Let's see, there is a lot that's down. Enphase 2.2. Carvana's down. Boy, everything's down here, except you've got really just some of these. I'm surprised Etsy is not green with the Walmart and Target numbers, because Costco was. Redfin's down another 3. How's Hood? Robin the Hood doing? You know, take from the rich and give to the poor. Right? They take from the rich and give to the poor, I'm pretty sure is exemplified by take from your pockets and give to Citadel. Oh, wait, that's backwards. Never mind. Sorry. Okay, so no, I like Vlad. I think he's an okay guy. Nvidia. All right. Let's see what the suits are saying. Stock markets Dotcom parallels are becoming more disquieting. Oh no. Here we go. Bull markets are historically controversial. The current one is becoming that way, especially as the tech sector begins to show some parallels with the late 1990s. While anyone who could spell .com appeared to be invested in tech stocks back then, the household sector's allocation to overall equities today is higher than it was in 2000. Not only that, but overvaluation is rife. More stocks have stretched valuations than in the .com era, when nosebleed PEs were concentrated in the tech sector. That's not to say, though, the market can't keep going up, but investors should trend more carefully. Well, in the meantime, Nvidia is going up, so we should be fine. Oh, boy. All right. In other news, we probably have about 5 minutes or so. Then we're gonna make another coffee. Go to the course member live stream. I did post a video. It's a valuation video and a cash video. I think it's worth taking a peek at. I think it's a pretty good video. So after you leave here, make sure you go there. And remember, meetkevin.com for the event we've got coming up. It's gonna be pretty epic. So how about AI Wings? Oh yeah, let's see how AI Wings is doing. Wingstop, right. Okay. Wingstop. Oh, still over there at all-time highs. It makes sense. Nvidia, go up again. You cannot stop it. Yeah, even microcomputers recovering. It's should be some green candles here. Yeah, there you go. Supermicro's recovering. Oh, that might mean ARM is recovering. Dang it. Why am I short to keep going on that? No, it's still down 3%. Okay, good. That's the only thing I'm short right now. See, you should just be short Tesla. Tesla, you could have been short Tesla for the last 3 years. Look at that. This is the week chart. And you would have just followed this orange line. Orangina. What's the thesis for ARM? Well, I mean, 91% of the float owned by SoftBank with a lockup coming March 12th. That'd be a good start. You know, you've got a peg at about 4, so you've got a rich, lofty valuation and some growth estimates that don't really match the lofty valuation. They do make a lot of money, though. They've got high margin. So, kind of interesting. Did Elon really just tweet that Biden committed treason? Oh my god. Elon. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here it is. He's quoting the border crisis and saying, treason indeed. Ushering in vast amounts of illegals is why Secretary Mayorkas was impeached by the House. They are importing voters. This is why groups on the far left fight so hard to stop voter ID requirements under the absurd guise of protecting the right to vote. Thanks, political director. I mean, Elon Musk. Elon, shut up and focus on the damn company. No, but then if you say that, then people are like, no, Kevin, he shouldn't have to censor his opinion just because people want the company to do better than employs over 100,000 people. He shouldn't have to silence himself. Okay. All right. All right, so what else? Let's see here. Any more comments from the suits? We saw that gold surge points to even higher ground with bullish pattern. Gold's impressive rally to a fresh record high sets the stage for a much bigger advance. Really? Oh, wow, bonds are down. The 10-year just dropped like 6.1 basis points. And gold is at 21.39. Wow. Wow, wow, wee, wah. Data newt. Meat, I think company will do better with censorship, Kevin. That's a good one. That's a good one. Touche. He's living it up. Aww. Poor guy. CPI consensus. Okay. Here's your CPI consensus. But we have to make a deal. I'll give you the CPI consensus for this month. And then after, you have to watch my video called Going to Cash. So right after this, just type in Meet Kevin Going to Cash. Watch that video. Okay, ready? CPI consensus for... Oh, that's not ideal. CPI consensus, month over month 0.4, core 0.3 again, and then year over year, core 3.7. The growth or the success of the CPI is slowed. How is the family? The family is great. Thank you for asking. Oh, Summer got her surgery date. Surgery date scheduled. Happened late yesterday. We got a surgery date, and her surgery date is Fed Day, March 20th. I'm like, come on. Really? You picked Fed Day, the day I have to be here, and I want to be there? How dare you? But yes, Fed Day will be Summer's put back together surgery day. She's disassembled right now, so they have to reassemble her on March 20th. And if she gets through that, knock on wood, we should be good. Should be very good. Yeah. Button time. Even though I'm a licensed financial advisor, real estate broker, and becoming a stockbroker, this video is neither personalized financial advice nor real estate advice for you. It is not tax, legal, or otherwise personalized advice tailored to you. This video provides generalized perspective, information, and commentary. Any third-party content I show should not be deemed endorsed by me. This video is not and shall never be deemed reasonably sufficient information for the purpose of evaluating a security or investment decision. Any links or promoted products are either paid affiliations or products or services which we may benefit from. I personally operate and actively manage ETF and hold long positions in various securities, potentially including those mentioned in this video. However, I have no relationship to any issuers other than HouseHack, nor am I presently acting as a market maker. Look at that Bitcoin go! Bitcoin! All right, we'll see y'all. Oh yeah, I got to do the course link, and then I'm going to make coffee. Bye.